Oh, yeah, it's your boy Live Wire, and I'm back in the motherfucking building, baby. What's going on, people? I'm not going to be on here too long. I just wanted to talk about some Xbox shit, because that's what I do. I'm talking about Xbox shit, not me. But anyway, um, yeah, the last couple of days, it's all been still about PUBG, 60 frames per second, 30 frames per second. The haves versus the have-nots. What's fair and what isn't? What's going on, Mike? And you know, it's become a sorts of a civil war. I mean, kinda. I mean, to be honest, I don't understand why anybody would fight against progression. Um, I mean, me personally, the reason why I say that is because look, when something is better, especially on your own platform, guess what? You get to progress. So if I have the S and I know that the X is better, I know that when I upgrade to the X, my experience will be better. How? I don't understand. How is that hard? Why would I want to hinder somebody with better hardware? I never felt that the PC dudes that had like games like Gears of War and whatever, I never felt that they should be hindered in their experience. Which is why I always felt like, all right, you're going to play Gears of War, whatever settings you want, cool. But by all means, go ahead, do that. But they get to play amongst themselves. Obviously, if there's a series that manage like keyboard and mouse, you're not going to lump them all together. But with 60 frames per second, the question is debatable. What is considered to be a clear advantage? Because even on the PS4, you have games like Battlefront, where on the base PlayStation it runs at like around 45 frames per second, and on the PS4 it runs around 55 to 60 frames per second. So there is a jump in frame rates there. The question is, how big of a jump is it, and is it big enough to, really say, okay, there's an advantage there, you know? But to me, we I just can't see myself just arguing to hold the hardware back. I can't see it. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. My whole logic is fuck them. Fuck them. If you can't get the X, fuck it. Just know, like this is how. Look, man. I play a lot of shooters. When Titanfall, motherfuckers was running around with them scuff controllers, racking up bodies. I understood. Look, I could go and shell out the money to go buy a scuff controller, or I could just get better at playing it, with the regular controller. Because understand this, the scuff controller doesn't make you better at playing the game. It doesn't. It gives you more options, but it doesn't make you better at playing the game. Your strategy on how to play the game is still going to have to be the same. You'll be able to do a little things here and there better, but that advantage isn't huge. And also, with more options comes more issues. So yeah, you have all these extra buttons that you can press in order to do the things that you want to do. But some people don't find that easy to do. Like you might think, oh man, great, I got the scuff controller or I got the elite controller. Now I can do all this other shit. And then you find out, you be like, oh man, I got to relearn how to play the game to adjust to playing it with the back paddles, because I've never had to press anything back there. So now I have to readjust the way I play in order to feel comfortable in even using that. So it's not like it's like some simple, quick transition. There are some growing pains. I'm not saying it's incredibly difficult, because it's not, but it does take some getting used to. And a lot of times, for most of the games I play, unless I'm playing a first-person shooter, for the most part, I don't even use the paddles. I take them shits off, because I wind up pressing them when I'm not using them. When I'm playing a racing game, I'm squeezing the controller, then I press the paddle, and then my car goes all out of. So I usually take them shits off, man. But yeah, man, look, my thing is, you want better performance, you get better hardware. No point in bitching, because at some point you'll be on the other end and you'll be complaining, why the fuck do they not move on? I got the Xbox 2, whatever the fuck. Why we still got a 30 frames per second? Well, the OG Xbox One can only run 30 frames per second. So guess what? Y'all said y'all didn't want any y'all said y'all wanted parity. You said you want everything to be fair across the board. So we're giving you that fair across the board. So guess what? Everybody plays at 30, even though you have like a fucking another generation, a next generation hardware that's way stronger than what you had before. I mean, I think people need to sit back, relax, you know, and understand, you know, when you before you argue or have an argument, think about what you're going to argue about. You know, when you argue for frame rates play a bigger role in Twitch-based shooters than anything else. It's the biggest thing. You know, when I play, because look, Sea of Thieves is going to have all kinds of different frame rates. Microsoft has already said that. They have the game up and playable at 15 frames on some dog shit resolution. Whatever the resolution is that somebody needs to have it at on PC in order to play it at 15 frames. Why? I don't know. They gave the option. Whatever. But the option is there to play it at 15 frames. But it's not a Twitch-based shooter. So, you know, at the end of the day, adjustments can be made in order to win battles, you know, one-on-one. And it is what it is. I just think that people need to calm down. And the guys that have Xbox, the X, that are out here standing in line, you know what? I'm sitting here, I'm trying to think. I'm like, yo, who the fuck will argue for this? Like, I really don't understand this. Like, who the fuck will argue for parity? Now, either you're broke, maybe, and you just feel like, I don't know, man. This shit doesn't make sense to me. I mean, shit, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, there's a lot of other things. Shit, internet has a bigger role to play than simply 60 frames per second. I'm just saying, man. Because guess what? You can have 60 frames per second, but if your internet is shit, well, bitch, you ain't running at 60 frames per second. It is what it is. It just is what it is. If you got shitty internet, you're gonna be subjected to whatever, you know, download and upload speed that you have available for that service. So I don't know, man. I don't understand these arguments. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, PC doesn't. I mean, they've been playing this game for months. They had no issue. I mean, their biggest issue is cheating. Never, not once did I hear any PC guys say, well, damn, can't wait to go play this shit on console so we could all have the same frame rate. Now, once did they say that shit? Did they say more? They said more stable frame rates, right? I've heard that, but not, oh, we all got to have the same frame rate. No, I don't remember ever hearing that shit. You know, and it's not about graphics. I mean, shit, the X is already going to have an advantage anyway. I mean, because visually, you're going to be able to see more on that motherfucker. So, I don't know, man. Look, man, this is how I look at it. If you got the X, you good, enjoy it. If you have the S, fucking save it for the X. I'm like, yo, I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, just save up for the X if you have the S. I mean, just if it's that serious to you. I mean, some people don't even care. I think most of the people that buy PUBG won't even give a shit. They'll just play it as it is. They don't care if somebody's playing at 60 or 30. They're just playing it to have fun. You know. Now, are there people? Now, my thing is, if anybody who's super competitive, right, who thinks that frame rates matter and are extremely important, my thing is, why wouldn't you have the better hardware? Because it obviously matters to you, you know. So therefore, you know, visuals matter. You got to be able to, you know, the clarity of the image matters. So I'm just saying, like, I don't even understand that argument. You know, because whoever's on the S is automatically going to be at a disadvantage just based on, you know, they're looking at some, you know, image that's going to be blurrier, and then if they're on the S and a standard television, it's just going to be even worse. I mean, a 1080p TV is not going to do it, you know, versus somebody who's on an X and a 4K TV. Shit, they're going to be able to see everything, man. It's just going to be a problem. I mean, I'm just saying. But man, I'm looking at a lot of stuff in issues that Xbox has left to solve, and it's pretty much just their exclusives. Um, and it's not to say that they haven't solved them; we just haven't seen it, you know. And I guess one of the issues is the fact of timing of when to tell the public. Like, when did it, excuse me, when do they announce games, and how do they announce them? Because I don't think Microsoft, personally, I don't think Microsoft is going to go for the straight up CGI method as much anymore. I think they'll do some CGI, but they'll also toss in some gameplay with it. I don't think they're gonna do what Sony is doing, and it's just because I don't think they have the liberty to do that right now. They have to show gameplay because at the end of the day, if Microsoft just shows CGI, nobody gives a shit. They'll give Sony will get a pass on showing CGI because they really haven't had to cancel too many games as far as we know this generation. Yeah, they might have not talked about games and just, you know, kind of swept them under the rug, but you know, technically they're not canceled. You know, whether or not they're being worked on or not, we don't know. But when you have the reputation of canceling games from time to time, and they did it pretty much two years in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Actually three in a row, if you think about it. I think the first one to get canceled was Phantom Dust, the remake of Phantom Dust. The second game that got canceled uh, was Fable Legends, and the last one to get canceled was Scalebound. You know, so it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's what we're dealing with right now. Hopefully, they can get their shit together. Because right now, I don't know. It's just bad perception. But we'll see. Nah, shit. I got it. Oh, hell no. Damn telemarketers all day. Call 100 all the time. Every time I get on, they call. Like they can't help it. I think they know exactly when I'm on the computer or not. Shit is ridiculous, bro. But man, it's just like my thing. Well, all right. One good thing they are doing. Let's, you know, yes, they gotta, you know, tell us what they're doing as far as the next games, et cetera, et cetera. But one good thing Microsoft is doing is they are fully investing into, you know, pushing gaming forward. They're actually reconstructing their campus based on what, well, I'm not gonna say based on what I said, but maybe possibly based on what I said in the past about building a campus around you know, the creation of their IP. So now there are different, you know, sectors can get in contact with each other because from what I'm told, everything was kind of, you know, spread out. You know, they have buildings here, buildings there, blah, 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 right? Now they're building monorail systems and, you know, they're rebuilding their infrastructure. Like they're doing all kinds of crazy shit in order to, you know, prepare for the future of gaming. So I find that cool because they need to. I like I said, they need to go with the Disney World or Disney campus structure as far as have all your viable studios as close as possible. Obviously, you can't do anything with the ones that are across the pond, but for the ones that are close, keep them and you know in a niche group so they can kind of all bounce ideas off of each other in a faster pace. I'm just saying, kind of like you know the whole Disney versus Pixar, even the you know they're separate but together type thing, you know. So I just find that to be cool, man. But you know they have things that they're doing well. They just you know hopefully just in the future the wait isn't as long to find out more things. Like right now, we still waiting on when is Sea of Thieves coming out? When is State of Decay coming out? When is Crackdown 3 coming out? And then also, when are the exclusive third party games coming out? And and then after that, it's E3. So you know, when are we getting new titles that we haven't even seen or heard of yet? So hopefully they got answers, man. I'm looking forward to it. Let me see who's up in here real quick. So before I dip out, I said I was gonna take too long. All right, so we got Mike up in here. We got Neverland. What's going on, Neverland? That I agree, live people pay for advantages, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, yo, you pay money for a better experience, you should get it. That's what I say. Cypher man, what's going on? We got Moon Knight says, dude, wake up. Xbox brand is dead. People stop caring about Xbox when they lost exclusives. I don't agree that. I mean, because if that was the case, nobody would have bought an Xbox One X. I'm just saying. Um, it said they make more joypads than games. I mean, they have an assembly line, so it's not even like that's really not even in the same. It's like you know, like they could just make. They don't. There's no effort into making a gamepad. Like you don't have to sit there and plan for hours the way they have it set up now. Now it's just like they're just throwing new concepts and bam, there you go. They just change colors up, add some rubber here or there, chrome out, the stem of the thumbsticks. Like they can do all kinds of shit. They have the infrastructure set up for that. So that's why they're able to make their controllers like that. I mean shit, bro, you could just go on Xbox.com and design whatever you want. Like fucking like Nikes and shit. Like, this shit's crazy. They need to do that for consoles. They can get some crazy ass designs. Said Joel, yeah, I agree with you. Uh, we pay more for what? Oh, console. We should expect more. This is disappointing concerning to the amount of money that we pay for the system. Yeah. This is like I said before, man. It's the layers. One, it's a comment that the dude should have never made if he didn't know what he could say about it. I think sometimes people get excited because like this is his first huge game, and now this is his, if I'm not mistaken, this is his first big game going to Xbox, and he got excited and he misspoke. You know, things weren't ready, possibly, um, for it to go to 60 frames per second to go to X, or maybe they didn't fully discuss whether or not they'd be able to do it. Whatever the case, he misspoke. He shouldn't have said shit. Should have kept his mouth shut and and asked somebody first. So partially Bluehole's fault. partially Microsoft's fault for not telling Bluehole what they should say and not say. But hopefully, moving forward, I mean, damn it, Microsoft, y'all need to know that when you're working with these new dudes, like what they can and cannot say. I mean, but then again, who knows? Crystal Dynamics said dumb shit too, and they've been in the game for a long time. So they said that they all let out the Tomb Raider was coming to PlayStation like a month before it was coming to Xbox. So I don't even fucking know, man. This is I don't know. They need to rework their deals and put a muzzle on people in it. But like, look, you can't talk about shit just like Sony do. But I mean, granted, the thing Sony be paying hella bread for them deals. That's why they can do that shit. Hella bread. Like, like I think one quarter they spent like 400. It was like for a quarter. It was like 450 million in advertising. Like that's insane, bro. They could have built. They could have bought mad games. Like that tells you right there that you know, like it ain't just Microsoft out here. Um, like trying to do this shit with the multiplayer. Sony is like spending hella bread. The thing that they have an advantage on is their studios can build games for cheaper. Um, for whatever reason, man. Well, see, they get a lot of Japanese games, so that price out there, man, and his home team, they get that home team discount, bro. You know, like something that would normally cost you like $30 million to get, they can get that shit for 5. And they just give it to them. Like, here, you can take that. There you go. Or they get it for nothing, just straight up free. So it is what it is. Let me see. If I wanted to play more, I'd just go PC. If I like Sony and Nintendo because of their exclusives, I'll be honest. Exclusives are good. Moon Knight, but I ain't playing no exclusives right now. To be honest, not really. Other than Forza, I mean, I'm playing Forza, Mafia 3, back on Rise of the Tomb Raider because I'm enjoying it, playing in that frame rate mode. What else I'm playing? Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein. That's 5 games right there. I still haven't played Homefront. What else I got? I just beat Cuphead. There's some. I still got the Ruiner, so I'm playing that. Just beat Little Nightmares, the DLC. What else is on there that I gotta do? I got The Witcher to jump back into whenever they get their 4K patch. It's just a lot of games, bro. It's a lot of games, you know. So I can't even. And like I said, I really only mentioned multiplex. I still don't have. I don't have Call of Duty. I don't have Star Wars Battlefront. I don't have Evil Within. I don't have Need for Speed. There's a lot of games I still don't have. So just saying. So I'm not really worried about freaking, just exclusives. It's the holiday season, man. Exclusives I'll see in next year, to be honest. It says, you think Xbox will get any cool JRPGs? Well, they're getting Code Vein. I heard. And they're getting, what's that game? The MMO. It's an MMO, I think, or whatever. Some kind of. This is a Korean game, though. I mean, I guess it's not Japanese, but it's a over there in Asia game. Desert something, Black Desert. So, you know, I don't know. They'll probably get a few. You know, because people are gonna have more interest now. Anything with new consoles, everyone when things look better, they have interest. You know, people. I mean, shit. People buying games. Look, I had no interest in Homefront, but I bought that shit because it looked good as hell and it was cheap, man, cheap. So I was like, fuck it, $10. Ooh. Let me see. The 360, Xbox 360 had Japanese games. I don't know what happened with their games. Well, they bought those shits. They bought a lot of Japanese games. Problem is, nobody bought them. And Microsoft basically bribed those dudes to bring over Japanese games. They're like, please, please give us Japanese games. And when they got them, nobody bought them. Like fucking nobody. Like like they were spending millions of dollars and getting recouping nothing. They were getting nothing back for that shit because nobody gave a fuck. One, because the Western developers were just outshining the Japanese developers, and they still are. That's for one reason. Because to be honest, like think about it, who really made anything that anybody gives a fuck about right now? That's from Japan. Uh, what's that game? Final Fantasy, Bloodborne, um, and Nihon. Right? That's about it, bro. Final Fantasy, Bloodborne, and Nihon. That's it, man. It'll flip crazy as hell. He said, fuck that, make a black man's game. Yeah, man. That'll be an oh issue they got. You mean by black developers? I mean, I'm sure. Well, I heard some. I don't know what the game is, but I heard they was making. There's a group of African American people that were making a video game. So I'll look out for it. I think it was an indie though. Like, like, don't get me wrong. Exclusives are important, and we need them, right? But it's great to have as an option, and they should be there. But when people during the holiday season, that's not what they buy. Not really, unless you're talking about Halo, Gears, and Uncharted. Like people aren't buying, you know, pretty much any other exclusive. Well, other than Mario, but that's like Nintendo. People just buy Nintendo shit just cause like Nintendo is really for kids and diehards. That's really the only people that buy Nintendo shit for kids and diehards, right? So if you love Nintendo, then you're gonna buy some Nintendo shit. If you're a kid, you'll probably buy some Nintendo shit. And Nintendo always it works in parents' favor anyway because one, they don't make games that often, so you can literally buy the full Nintendo library every year and not even spend that much money because they don't make that many exclusive games. You know, not I mean good ones. I mean, but we have in like 10 minutes. You making that pasta? I mean, a pasta soup. All right. Yeah, I'll take soup. You just doing salad? All right, let me do salad too. I make my own soup. That's good. You gonna wow. You doing English muffin? All right. Give me 10 minutes. Let me see. Let's see who else is left up in here. It says Star Wars Battlefront and Metroid Returns and Yakuza Zero. That's what I'm playing at the moment. It's Metroid Return. I don't even know. Well, that's a Nintendo game. I don't fuck with that shit. That's probably why I don't know about it. Let's see. Oh, what's this? I don't know. This is Shred. That's Capital One. I shred that later. Let's see. You said the Western games are the best. I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. Metal Gear is solid. I played it. I don't really like it, but I played it. It's okay. I don't. I don't know. There's something about that game I don't like. It might just be it's not Splinter Cell. That's probably why I don't like it. Like I like Splinter Cell, and every time I play Metal Gear, I'd be like, damn, I wish I could be playing Splinter Cell instead. What the fuck you doing, Microsoft? Where's my back and pat for Blacklist and conspiracy theory and chaos theory and what's the other one? And convictions. I want my Splinter Cell. Horizon Zero Dawn is pretty cool. Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. To me, I think it fits in well where it launched. You know, there was really nothing there, and it looked good and played well. You know, and it came at a time where it's like, you know, it's the best looking thing out. There's really no competition for it. Um, but now there's competition for everything, to be honest. Because even when PlayStation has a game that's like, oh my God, this is like unbelievably good looking, then you got the X version of some multi-plat that can, you know, battle with it. That's the difference. Before, the PlayStation game, exclusive will always just propel past anything because they're always going to look better than whatever is the multi-plat on their console. But now, not so much the case anymore. Versus with the X is bumping out. It's crazy. So I'm playing around, but Cyberpunk is by a black developer, or should I say creator. Near Automata, like those games are alright. Moon Knight, ain't nothing wrong with those games. I'm not, you know, I don't like them. To be honest, I just don't. Splinter Cell are boring. I mean, I guess I like stealth games though. So I like them. Sure, I like Halo Wars because it's a strategy. Like I say, it depends on the game. You know, like we will place Halo. I mean, shit. A couple of nights we play Halo Wars well into like for hours, bro. Just trying to figure out strategies of defeating the flood. Shit was fun as hell, but we like those type of games, like the strategy of like knowing when to deploy, how to help whoever's on your team, heal them, supply them with reinforcements, etc., etc. Like, it's just a strategy. It's basically like playing any war game. Yeah, it's dumbed down. It's not like as it's not like League of Legends or nothing, but it's still hot though. You know, it's just a lot of shit, man. I haven't really jumped back on Halo Wars because I've been playing so much other shit. Just other shit, man. Assassin's Creed is a shit though. Assassin's Creed. I ain't even like it. I haven't liked an Assassin's Creed since the Brotherhood. I think it was This new one was fire. Bayek is the motherfucker, and Aya. I think is Aya. Is his wife? Yeah, she a beast. She is a beast. But yeah, you bugging if you think Splinter Cell is boring, man. Splinter Cell's hot shit, yo. I'm telling you, man. I bet you if they bring Splinter Cell back and pack, people won't be buying that shit like crazy. The only reason why people didn't buy it, um, that much is because one, it came out around the same time as not Grand Theft, yeah, Grand Theft Auto, like in that later part in the year. Like I think it came out in August, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, I looked that shit up. Let me look that shit up. Actually, I need to print that shit out. Hold up. I gotta change that cartridge. All right, let me look this shit up. Splinter Cell Blacklist. I'm pretty sure it came out later in the year. There you go. Huh? This post. Oh, people asking for it to be back. I'm like, when was this shit backwards compatible? Where's this wiki? Let's see. I should have shit up here somewhere. It says June 2013. That's what I was thinking. It was like sometime in the summer. So it came out in June. That shit was hot though. That was my shit. Oh yeah, Dead Space. Dead Space is nice. They need to enhance those too, man. They go back and enhance that shit like they did what's that game? Mirror's Edge, the first one. They go back and enhance Dead Space. Uh the first all of them. Shoot, do all three of them. Give them the 4K treatment and everything. Man, what? Listen. You go back and enhance Dead Space and give that shit the 4K, like they did Mirror's Edge or Skate 3. Oh, hell yeah. People gonna be on that shit. I'm telling you. But anyway, this is your boy live, man. I gotta get up. I'm about to eat some dinner. And I'll be gaming later on tonight. Probably be all off in the party chat, chilling with Bone and them. K Mega. Talking some wild shit like we always do. But anyway, this is your boy live. And I'm out this bitch, baby. Peace.